Commissioner of the League, Mike Didino.
You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck.
Hello, I'm the Commissioner of the League, Mike Didino, and we're here for the first annual video of the yearly awards. And before I start, I want to introduce my host for today, Mike Porcelli, Neps, New England Porches, 5 Wins Porch. Before we start, Mike, what's that song about?
Heard on ESPN, liked it.
Fair enough. Now, before we start with the yearly awards, how would you like to talk about the league in a couple of words?
Well, you know, great season all around. Everyone was very competitive.
We all had fun.
You know, I'm not gonna say I should be in the playoffs. I mean, come third in scoring, you don't make the playoffs. You know, kind of rubs you the wrong way, but I've learned to deal with it, and that's really it. You know, I fought hard. I proved myself. I think I have a much better team than half the teams that are in the playoffs. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about you. You're in the playoffs, buddy. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I mean, I think I got the team right now to win it all. But I do think we had a fun time this year, and it's more to come.
Absolutely. Now I think we're just about getting close to the time where we will begin this awards ceremony.
Yes.
And the first pick, what is the first award, Mike?
The first award is the best draft pick. Your nominees are Robert Griffin III, Doug Martin, Tony Gonzalez, Reggie Wayne, and C.J. Spiller. Joe T, can we have the results? Now, before I reveal the results, I'd like to say C.J. Spiller came from Dennis's team, Reggie Wayne, Mamba, Tony Gonzalez was Goodman, Martin, Mamba, RG3, Mamba. So Mamba with a 60% chance to win it, and the winner is...
With the second pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Washington Redskins select Robert Griffin III.
Congrats. Dan Coster won that one. He received 12 out of the 15 votes for Robert Griffin III. Now let's talk about this pick. Shocking to you that Robert Griffin won?
Not at all. There's a reason Coster tied me and Zach Didino's record for most consecutive wins at 8, I believe it was, correct? 8?
Yeah, he won 8 in a row to tie the consecutive wins, and he also tied the record for wins in a season.
It's a record that I ended, but other than that, the record that I ended, we'll talk about. There's a reason he dominated this league. 3 of the 5, that's very impressive. I mean, RG3 in the 10th round RG3.
Averaging 22.8 points per game.
Absolutely. Doug Martin's 6th round, that's pretty much where he would go, but he got him before anyone else could, and that was a smart move. Along with Reggie Wayne, a guy that he actually stole that pick from me. I was very disappointed.
Wayne's a great pick.
Yeah, but let's talk about the other nominees. There was Tony Gonzalez by Goodman, who a lot of retards in the league made fun of Goodman for that, and I thought that was just idiotic. Tony Gonzalez.
I'm like Gonzalez. I'll be the one to say it.
Gonzalez will go down as one of the greatest tight ends of all time, and sadly, he will probably retire after this season. That's just a shame. C.J. Spiller. I hate Dennis with every fiber of my being, but that was a great pick.
That's a great pick. You got C.J. Spiller in the 10th round, and believe it or not, C.J. Spiller did not receive a vote.
Are you serious?
No votes for C.J. Spiller.
Whoa, fuck everybody. Are you serious?
You didn't vote for him.
True.
And the next award will be...
Yes, the next award we have is the worst pick of the draft. Now, obviously, it's self-explanatory. The worst pick of the draft, the biggest buster, just a terrible pick. Nominees are Alex Kirchie. Don't adjust your television screens. Alex Kirchie, who... We'll probably go back to him later for another award that involved him. Larry Fitzgerald from Mark, 2nd round. Brandon Lloyd was tossed around. Who drafted Brandon Lloyd exactly?
The franchise drafted Lloyd in the
Franchise.
4th, I believe.
A lot of drama going on with the franchise.
A lot of
right now.
drama with
A lot of
that team.
drama. And Jermichael Finley also was a
Sixth.
draft pick. But, and then we have, I believe that
Kevin
is
Smith.
Kevin Smith. Thank you, Mike. Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith.
6th
Okay.
round, Kevin Smith.
Six round. And I believe the results are in, and
Joe-
the winner.
Joe T.
Well, not really the winner, but the loser, Joe T. Thank you. The loser with worst draft pick was the first overall pick, LeSean Shady McCoy, wins. Once loses, got to correct myself again. Alex Kirchie, in my opinion, was probably screwed up during the draft. He didn't know what he was doing. You gotta be nice with that. But LeSean McCoy, first rounder, obviously, first round pick
Let's talk
material.
about this,
Not
Rick.
really. There's no way he's gonna repeat a 17 rushing
Now,
touchdown
McCoy-
season as-
McCoy's averaging 12 points a game, which isn't awful. But when you're drafting him over guys like Rodgers, over guys like Foster, I don't see the logic in drafting McCoy over Foster.
I freaked out when he took. Everyone remembers me freaking out when he got
Even Ray
taken.
Rice, you drafted him over. Ray Rice not having a great year, but you drafted him over Ray Rice.
Goodman's gay for Ray Rice. Let's be honest.
He is. The Fitzgerald received 3 votes. Lloyd 4, Kevin Smith 3, and Finley none.
Now, with the Kevin Smith being nominated for this, we looked over the draft board and we were about to make our final cuts. And then I took one final scurry and I saw Kevin Smith and I can't believe he was drafted.
Kevin Smith is averaging 3 points a game, and he's going in the same rounds like guys like Demarius, guys like Decker, guys like Martin, guys, these big players.
TCP really shat the bed with that one.
Nothing went right for them.
Oh, TCP. Okay, well,
Alright, the next
I believe
award.
you have the next award, Mike.
The best free agent pickup. Your nominees are Brandon Myers, Josh Freeman, Cecile Shorts, Alfred Morris, and Heath Miller. Joe T, can I have the index card, please? The winner of the award by a landslide, Redskins running back Mike Fontanella's pickup, Alfred Morris. Now, week 1, before the season starts, Barry says he hates Redskins running backs. Fonte says, I'm going to pick a Redskin running back up. We know nothing about this backfield. He picks Morris up. He's been great.
Didn't you tell him to pick him up?
I might have.
I think you did, because he was complaining at my house. He was like crying in my basement over what to do.
I don't know if I did.
I think you did, but let's just forget about that. It was still a good decision.
I don't think I did. I think I told.
Well,
I told him to pick up Toby Gerhardt.
Oh my God. Okay, well,
So kudos to Fontenelle for winning something.
Now,
this year.
Fonte, a guy where I said before the season started, it was going to be a big year for Fonte to prove himself because he openly said he was not going to trust Matthew Berry as much or anyone else's advice much in the past. But things didn't go all well for him, but he made his moves and transactions, which we'll get to later in the show. But Alfred Morris, lights out, great rookie, great season, been flipped around a lot in this league. He's found a home now with Dennis in the playoffs. Alfred Morris, great pickup. A lot of other guys there. Josh Freeman, I thought, I voted for Josh Freeman because without Foley's pickup of him, he probably wouldn't have made the playoffs. I thought that was a stellar pickup. But overall, a lot of great pickups this year. A lot of bad drops, too. Once again, we'll get to that in the future of the show. But I think we're ready for the next award, Mike.
Before we go to the next award, every player received a vote for the best free agent pickup.
I like that.
Next award.
We have the next award, the Worst Transaction Award. This award goes to either the worst drop or the worst trade. The 4 nominees are Fonte trades, and bear with me, because this is just awful. Font, love every bit of you, Font, but trading's just not your thing this year. He traded Alfred Morris, Brandon Marshall. Those two, I love Brandon Marshall. For MJD. MJD, when he played very well. He gets hurt, but what are you going to do when a guy gets hurt? But still, for one guy, even with a healthy mojo, I don't think that was good. But let's get back to the other ones here.
Dropping
Franchise
Owen Daniels.
drops Owen Daniels. Yes, franchise drops Owen Daniels. I was shocked when I found out he was dropped.
They dropped Owen Daniels because he didn't have heart and soul. That was the reason.
Fuck the franchise. Okay, let's keep going. Fonte drops Cecil Shorts before he starts going off. That was big.
Cecile Shorts, if you look at his numbers, he starts off cold. He's averaging 12.2 points a game. He starts off cold. In the last 6 weeks, he is making Mark a contender. The reason why Mark is in this league is really a large portion because of Cecil Shorts has went off. But Cecil Shorts is out this week. So Mark has a problem.
We have next to we have the franchise trade.
The
and I believe
franchise
trade
Mikel-
was Mikel Lashore and
Brandon Lloyd.
Lloyd for Kenny Britt and Dwayne Bowe. I don't really remember the effects of this trade, so you go on ahead, Mike.
I mean, three of the four players are garbage. 3 of the 4 players could be free agents or never started. The only relevant player is Mikel Lashore, and that's the only reason this is on here.
And now last nominee is the biggest blockbuster trade by far. It was between TCP and What a Shock Font. He traded away. This was big. I might not be able to remember this one. This was big.
I remember it was
TCP traded away.
TCP trades Rogers. TCP trades Julio. Julio
Jones, Des Bryant,
and Ryan Matthews.
And Ryan Matthews.
First 4 picks.
Fonte trades away.
First 4 picks.
First 4 picks. And that was Peyton Manning, MVP,
McCoy,
Shady,
MJD,
MJ,
and Stevie Johnson.
Now, in retrospect, it seems fair, but at the time, I thought Fonte was trading away a playoff team for a team that wasn't going to make the playoffs. And the funny thing is, after the trade happened, Fonte got rid of the team. All he has now is what, about Rodgers now from that deal and Dez. Other than that, the other
team's gone.
The other two kind of just disappeared. TCP's luck didn't change, which kind of sucks considering how many big names were involved in the deal. But it was just really, can both teams lose the trade?
That trade just didn't help anyone. That trade was so big and it just evened out in the end. It just really didn't change anything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're done talking. This is a big topic. I think it's about time, Mr. Tavlino, beautiful assistant. And I believe in a landslide, obviously. This is just you have to be retarded not to get who the loser of this award is. It is Fonte trading Alfred Morris and Brandon Marshall for Alfred Morris. The only reason Dennis's team is relevant in this league, in my opinion.
One of the worst trades I've ever seen in fantasy history. And let's go to the next award. Yes. The next award will be the biggest disappointment. This one, a lot of disappointments this year. We had Neps, Mike Porcelli, like always, a disappointment. Franchise, who is guaranteeing they win it all, who comes in with these shirts that say they're going to win it all. David Goodman, who's always there.
David Goodman.
He doesn't always win, but he's always there. Goodman's in a playoff run the whole year, and they lose about 5 in a row. Then we got Font, who, I really don't think Font is I just don't think Fonte's good at fantasy. He just does too many dumb trades, too many dumb drops, just to see his guys play.
Once again, I mentioned it earlier. Fonte told me, basically told everyone, this was going to be the year where Fonte trusted his instinct. And he didn't have really that bad of a year. It's just too many. He's already won the award for worst transaction. He was in 3 of the worst transactions. Fonte, bless his heart, great kid, but just that he overthought way too much this year. Next year, better luck next year, man. And I rarely say
really interested to see who wins this. Can we get the card, Joe T? Interesting. The winner of the biggest disappointment is Tebow's Christian Ponders.
Oh man,
They go 3-10.
The dream team of Durkin and Cohane wasn't exactly a dream team. Dream team. The ironic thing is Durkin was asleep throughout the whole draft.
He was. Durkin